It's just that the plot's fucking stupid. I really hate the plot. Anyway.
Is it more fucked up than Mirror's Edge? Which, like, I made more time on that than I should have.
No.
Which Mirror's Edge?
Wait, which Mirror's Edge are we talking about?
First one or Cat?
Well, the first one, you played, and then, like, you like the innovation of free running, but then you're just kind of like, when you sit back and think about it, I'm like, what the fuck kind of storyline is this? You're on a run, you're a courier, they have the whole city after you, and you can just run by them? What the fuck?
Well,
Yeah.
Am I a hedgehog? I'm not getting golden powers, like, it's just some chick in a pair of Adidas or Pumas.
I will give you that because the game mechanics are fun, but the story doesn't really balance it because it's just like you deliver things by running on buildings. It's like, but people have cars, they have bikes,
They had helicopters. They had little SWAT units breaking through windows and rappelling from fucking ropes. And it's like, quick, take the stairwell.
Although it's more interesting when you run into the cops that are at your level and they're like, I can run on the wall too. And it's like, so you trained for this? What? Why? You can just shoot me off the wall.
I always said, like, when they introduced those new zombies that are fast as fuck, I was like, man, the worst zombie ever is get one of, like, a Zimbabwe long-distance runner who went to France and learned parkour and became a zombie, run for days.
So what you're saying is when the zombie apocalypse happens, we need to keep the same folks safe.
Yes. You can't be running after us, man. Like, we can't have him. We can't have the Jamaican bobsled team. And we can't have
okay.
Zimbabwe
Nine.
With the new variant. With the new.
Whoa! Hold up. Oh, hold up. Well, first of all, we were talking about Cyberpunk 2077. This is the B footage. B, welcome to the Slab Lounge, everybody. Happy New Year. Though, to be fair, it's still New Year's Eve as we're recording this. It's hosted by none other than the three Kwamis. Doug Medhin, Kevin Bradley, and of course, Robert Haywood. But anyway, now, as we were talking, as you heard, yes, we were talking about the Jamaican bobsled team, and I wanted to touch up on that some more, because the thing is, when you're talking about the Jamaican bobsled team, it's like what Fry said in Futurama. It was like, yep, they finished last in the Winter Olympics, then retired to promote alcoholic beverages. A true inspiration for the children. So therefore, Robert, why not have the Jamaican bobsled team? They are true inspirations of the children. How could you not? Why would you not? What?
So the red stripe beer is bread is from the blood. Okay, yeah, that tracks.
Yes.
That tracks. Okay. You know, like it's like if there's a scenario, just in case, like if they made this into a game, I'll like kind of doing like the format Metal Gear Solid type. Somehow we end up on a mountain, and now it's downhill, and now they're chasing you downhill because they thought like that's the boss round. Like it's like a mix of Indiana Jones meets like 007 type thing, like coming down a hill.
Again. That said, we have to open. The Slab Lounge is brought to you by Power, as in Rest in Power, because I should make that announcement in a little bit.
Betty White.
Yes. I was going to talk about that. As well as ToastySummer.com, listen to their Life Advice or Die, and BobbyFrancisBoutique.com. Buy their clothes, or otherwise, and if you don't like their clothes, then you're a bitch. Yes, Rest in Power, Betty White. A sad shame you couldn't see 2022 unravel. However, I said that on Twitter, when I tweeted it out, that I'd construct a scenario with Golden Girls in mind, just a parody in their honor. So let me think. There's Blanche, Dorothy. What was Betty White's character's name again? Rose. Okay, Sophia. So Rose comes in, and Dorothy's all like, "All right, Rose, it's time for us to do this. I need you to get naked and get on all fours, and I'll use my Strap on. Yeah, I don't know, Dorothy. Why do you have to be the man in this lesbian thing? But Rose, we've been over this because I look to be most like the man. Blanche would be like, oh, you need that old... No. Blanche is like, honey, you need that old Southern cooking. I suggest you put some pepper...
Blanche would say, oh, honey, talking about strap-ons, you should strap in for that time I went down with Edgar Hoover. She'll go on some tangent about that.
Starts going down.
And then I forgot the mom's name would be like, strap-on. Only strap-ons you used to be talking about is a feedback. God.
Oh, that's great. Oh my God. That I like that. But how would Sophia mix into this?
I mean, really, she would just be talking shit.
You call that a strap-on?
Fun of Blanche at the time about some shit she did.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, this is great. Well, at least we do because like today, I mean, like I know how weird this is gonna sound. I mean, because like I really wanted to focus on like just terrible dubbing. Is that so wrong? Because the other day I was watching Angel Cop when I took my day off because I felt like shit from work.
That's a special thing to fix.
Yeah, no, it's just I was watching like it's one of the things that I watch like is one of the characters I forget who because it's Angel Cop. It's one of the dumbest fucking plot wise and writing wise shit. It is
Look, it was made for her tits. We all knew. Like
yeah. It's just mindless violence. I don't mind mindless violence, but like it was just like the thing we stumbled onto is a real big political hot potato, and I was just like, he said potato. I mean, who the fuck says political hot potato like potato? He just said potato like that, potato, potato.
some of the old dubs, yeah.
And you can't say the new dub, and you can't say dubbing has been fixed now, like, cause like there was some
No,
stupid shit.
But they at least now like try to pretend, because in the past you could just flub the line 100% and they just keep going. Like that didn't get cut out. That was the clip that's in the anime or whatever it's dubbing. Whereas now you can at least see like, okay, they did terrible, but then you can go look at outtakes and be like, oh, they did worse. They were
Yeah.
That is the perfected version.
Yeah, a good example is Mega Man 8. Oh my God.
I still remember that. The voices alone.
Yeah, you must destroy all the energy immediately. What, Mega Man? Dr. Wowie. Dr. Wowie.
With some of them, they're able to change some of it. Some of it can't, because like the popular animes that they dub, they have it now come out like a couple weeks after the sub. So I think they did was, hey, well, the people who don't like dubs anyway, fuck them. We'll just get these people the same dub voice and force the people who listen to dub to keep coming back because they like that particular voice actor.
Then what the fuck was their issue with bass and treble in fucking Mega Man? And yes, I said bass, not fucking bass.
Yes.
The goddamn
Well,
dog calls him bass, and I'm like, how do
bass
you
is-
fuck that
bass
up?
is
The
in
word
another man.
treble is next to it.
No, it's bass. It's pronounced bass, dude, because it's like it's all music. You have rock, roll. Proto Man was originally supposed to be called blues. Fucking
Dr.
Rush,
White, yeah,
beat.
Dr. White.
Yeah. So it's just
That Cutman's still there, but I guess
fuck you. You don't talk shit about my Cutman.
Does absolutely nothing except exist.
Okay, like why was Cutman like evil German?
Cholo, like, yeah, I'm gonna cut on my homes.
Yeah, why? That would have actually made more sense if they made Cutman an essay in the fucking Mega Man animated series. But in this,
If it makes you feel better, just imagine that Clamps from Futurama is the upgraded version of Cutman.
Well, no. Clamps is his own thing. Clamps is his own thing. Clamps can't cut. He just clamps. Clamps.
But that's why his cutting was ineffective, so he upgraded clamps.
Like honestly, this is a tie into that last time.
Efficient cutting.
Yeah, that's true.
You had Dane Cook and Ryan Reynolds and Wadey. It's the same thing. Cut man and clamp. So you just have two of the same. Yeah.
No, again, I stress this. Ryan Reynolds is funny. Dane Cook is just overrated, even before he was accused of joke thieving.
Yes, exactly. Well, I mean,
the way I would see it is like Ryan Reynolds would probably make a joke that Dane Cook could play off of, but it wouldn't really work the other way around.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's a joke that Dane Cook would throw out there that Ryan Reynolds is like, yeah, Ryan Reynolds will just jump on and be like, yeah, I can make a joke, but he'd probably just be like, I'm gonna just stand over here and let you.
Dane Cook joke would be with Cut Man. So there I was with this bot, and there we were, and I just started cutting. And
So you're saying Ryan Reynolds would be clamp?
Like Ryan Reynolds will be the clamps. He'll be the subtlety with the Italian subtlety with his jokes, and then Cut Man, like it'll be Dane Cook trying to do the essay thing, or we could get Carlos Mencia.
No, Mencia. I'd rather deal with George Lopez because he's kind of funny.
Anyway, so we might as well have the other person.
Ugh. Fuck Mencia. I'd rather deal with George Lopez because he's kind of funny.
I'd at least give George Lopez, I think it's just more age.
Yeah.
He's been in comedy for a while, and it is hard to just stay on top of it the whole time. So, because if you look at his older stuff, it's still
his
great.
older stuff, his original show, and then when he came back and did that Lopez show for a while, that was supposed to be more based on his real life, kind of like a Curb Enthusiasm. That was great.
I enjoyed his actual show.
Yeah, no, me too. But I have I have the best person to play Cutman in. I forgot the guy's name though. He was an anchorman and he played Tortuga in Breaking Bad. Shit, you know who I'm talking about though. He was in Machete.
You mean Trejo?
Danny Trejo.
Yes.
He would own Cutman. Cause if he were Cutman, then Cutman wouldn't upgrade to Clamp. He would just destroy everything, man, cause that's
If that was him being Cutman, I feel like he would have rebelled against Wiley at some point.
Yes, he would have, because he's just that awesome.
Go fight Mega Man and be like, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
They would have had the board meeting. They would have been like, okay, here's the plan. You guys are gonna wait in these 4 different rooms for Mega Man to come in. Each of your individual room is like, no, fuck that, Holmes. Why don't we just, you know where he lives? Why don't we just go in there and just send him a message, cut off a leg or something?
Like, I already got scissors at him as he's coming to the door. Just,
Right?
Well, because me and Doug talked about that before. Basically, Mega Man is home invading everyone.
Yeah.
Like, he basically is busting up in their place and being like, I'm gonna wreck your shit. And
It's January 6th, but...
Oh God! Come on, Robert. Come on, Bobbert. Serious? So, Jesus, that shit was. Oh. So, wait. How did we get to this point again?
Well, we can make it the VML batter riots the summer beforehand and make him a black Mega Man. They stole rock and roll from black people anyway. Like, it kind of tracks.
Oh, that's not the only thing they stole. I mean, like, think about it. Who made Philly cheesesteaks? And then how the hell did they? Then they just tore that shit to shreds. So anyway, but like back to bad back to bad dubbing. It's not just the old animes neither. Some of the Pokemon episodes that were originally dubbed by 4Kids, they just did a terrible job too. Like
oh, those donuts.
oh yeah, those donuts. Oh, I was thinking about this. Okay, just hear me out on this. Like, out of nowhere, right? It's like, prepare for trouble, make it double. Yoda shows up, he's like, triple, make it under pretty well. And like Brock's like, hey everyone, look, it's Yoda. Yoda turns around, comes up to Brock, opens his eyes. Brock is like, I can see!
I'm just surprised they haven't had a Pokemon episode where they're in the woods all the time. They just hear Pokemon fucking, like that's how they know they're there. Like they caught a rare Pokemon while they're fucking, like Pokemon breeder. Like just
Yeah, I'm thinking about two Infernapes just going at it like just Yeah.
Is there a praying mantis type Pokemon out there? Because I want to see them get killed.
Is there a Paul Pokemon? Ooh, that would be fucking... Okay, so Captain, here's the context of the Paul Pokemon. Paul was my old boss at my wire cutting job. I really didn't like that, because I didn't like that dude, because he was, you know how you're like 60 years old and he's still trying to like capture your youth? Let me put it this way.
Oh, I think you're talking about the Pokemon character Paul.
No, I'm talking about Paul. Like, this man, he brings us in, he brings us together, like, he brings every employee together to tell us his son died, right? Not even 2 weeks pass, he's talking about how he's gonna, like, live it up by, like, doing this cross-country motorcycle shit. I'm just like, dude, what?
This is his third marriage, by the way. I mean, like...
Oh. But yeah, like, I would like to...
Why not on the third marriage?
I guess, but it's still fucking stupid. Anyway, but I would like to see a Paul Pokemon. What the hell would he do? He'd just be like riding his motorcycle with a broken leg, because that's one thing that he was talking about too, his broken fucking leg while riding his goddamn motorcycle like an idiot. Ah, Jesus.
Okay, the best description, if you want to get Paul, it would be, if you ever saw Office Space, the boss guy, like that, but he's trying to be cool.
Yeah.
Kind of like your friend, like Steve Buscemi, when he's trying to say, what's up, cool kid? Like a mix of those.
Yeah, that's actually a very good description of him. God, I'd like to see him do be an anime, because you know he'd just be bad at dubbing.
Who's Steve Buscemi? Honestly, if he did one, I want a Big Lebowski anime. Like if they animated that shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can watch that. It's like you're out of your fucking element. Like this is what you get, Larry. This is what you get when you fuck a stranger in the ass.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, like, John Goodman's already busy because he's in the Righteous Gemstone, which I will recommend you watch because it's actually...
Righteous Gemstone's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it is actually pretty good.
They only shoot like 3 months or 3 to 4 months for HBO.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's fantastic. I actually like that show. It was weird how quickly they okayed a season 2, despite the fact that season 1 wasn't even over at the time.
It's HBO.
Well, yeah.
Money. Like, what are you talking about, money? Like HBO's pretty good. HBO's pretty good at deciding what series to give, and they already have a plan for at least 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah, usually when HBO's involved, they don't do the weird Netflix thing. Throw it up there. Throw it.
Pick a flyer. Like
HBO usually is like they planned it a year before they even did it. Everything was all set up. They've just been waiting to throw it out there.
Yeah,
they planned Game of Thrones to end like that.
It's like a situation. That's the only thing that usually derails it, like out of nowhere. Like, you can't see it coming.
That's just like it's like how they planned Ash getting kissed for the first time, and everybody was not happy because they really wanted Misty to do it.
Misty did kiss him for the first time.
No.
Serena's the first person who told him that he actually loved him. Misty kissed him on the cheek. He didn't think anything of it.
No. That's not the same. You know what kiss I'm talking about?
In the fucking second movie, when they were facing against Lugia and all those birds and that crazy guy with an airship, for some reason, I guess he didn't see the Hildenberg, but
And then, but see, even with that, for Pokemon, a kiss on the cheek is pretty entailed. Because think about it.
There's 10.
How long has Brock been chasing after any of the Jennies toys and has not gotten a kiss on the cheek.
Well, that's because Brock he's terrible. Fuck him.
No, I said
they could just do it and he'd go away.
Well, the thing is that one time it was like for the Orange Islands, he was living with that one professor and those chicks, and they liked him, and then he kind of ditched him and came back for like Pokemon. Was it Johto? It's the one with May, Ruby and Sapphire, whatever, the Hoenn region. When he came back, but before that, he was living with some chicks, and then decides to come back. But him going and gets with Nurse Jenny and Officer Joy, or switch those, the best thing ever, because you can cheat, get them knocked up, and they'll never know that you're not the father, right? Unless a black guy, do you have a black Nurse Joy?
Well,
like they
I'm not sure, because even then, it's questionable technically what Brock is.
Yeah, because his eyes are closed.
Brock's blatantly darker than everybody else, but we don't...
I think he's South Asian. I want to say Indian, maybe Taiwanese.
How can you be Taiwanese and have your eyes closed 100% of the time, Bobbert? That's not... No.
Because he has insight. They have insight.
They have insight.
This is a fucking Bloodborne game now?
Yeah.
Brock's out there just being like, I sense the cosmic horrors out there. Oh, look, it's the Geodude.
I mean, I've been saying, has time passed enough to have a Brock with a Bill Cosby show for Pokemon? Like, what?
Oh, that would be so... Oh, he and Bill Cosby would team up to go after Nurse Joy or Officer Jenny. He just goes, You know?
Their Halloween, what their Halloween costume is like, I'm coming as a Lickitung, I'm going as a Haunter. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, God. That's so great. Oh, I love it
I
so...
figured he would go as a Ditto, though. Because Ditto can mate with anything.
Yeah. Isn't there like a fan theory that says Ditto's like failed clones of Mew or something like that?
I don't know, it's like turn into poo, like Metal Mew's poo.
No, it's like what was it? The
became like it's like Mr. Hanky, but a retarded or Mr. Hanky.
Okay. Oh yeah, no. Okay, so the fan theory goes that because Ditto and Mew are both are genderless, both have red and blue, both learn transform or something like that right off the bat. So it's like that's the
Ditto only has transform though.
Yeah, but no, it's just that's the whole shebang bang.
Ditto would be like a prototype.
Yeah, Ditto's like a failed clone of Mew.
See, it makes more sense if he's poop, because if Arceus is the god of Pokemon, he's shit out of Ditto.
You shit out of Ditto.
I'll give that.
Dude, I'm gonna oh Doug, are you okay? Yeah, I got a shit out of Ditto. I'll be right. I gotta go to the bathroom.
It's like going Ditto.
Yeah, man.
Even when you think about that, if Ditto is literally like the shit, what is the P? Is that Magikarp? The fuck
Yes.
It does splash around.
Does splash around, and Magikarp is fucking.
And its shiny form is golden yellow.
See?
Yeah.
And its shiny form turns into red Gyarados, which could be PMS for women.
No.
I don't know,
No.
Are we going two different forms? Like we can go like Gyarados monologues, like we're going Magikarp monologues.
No, that was one created back when Arceus had the clap. It's fine.
Oh.
We just don't talk about it.
We just don't talk about it.
Well, I mean, because when you think of some of the Pokemon, there's certain ones that, okay, you're like, yeah, you reproducing makes sense. And then
Like
there's
Jinx?
others.
Oh, Jinx,
Cubo.
like
How the fuck do you make a Cubo when Cubone is supposed to be born with the skull of its mother on its head?
Yeah, what is up with that?
That means every time a Cubone's created, a mother must die. She just
and has to be abandoned by his father too. I
Yeah.
didn't know we were trying to get racial and a stereotype, and like, is Cubo supposed to be black? I
Now,
Well,
no.
and it's no different than Hypnos. Hypnos steals your kids.
Yeah. Well, does that mean...
Hide your wife. There you go.
It's
Hypno
like,
steals
yeah,
your
I'm gonna
kids.
go out
He's essentially like...
Pokemon.
Yeah.
They're out there stealing people. They're killing people. Like, shit is dangerous out there. It's like, hey, you're 10 years old. Go out there with kidnapping Pokemon that can shoot out fire and electric.
Some of them eat people. They don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Pokemon are just like when you first start Pokemon, you're thinking like, oh, they're so cute. Look at that Pikachu. Look at that Squirtle. And then you start getting further down there, and you're like, what? Why do we not have a military against this? Like,
Well, they said there's a war.
Well, yeah, the
In
Pokemon
first
War,
one,
yeah.
The Chinese surge, and that's why there people are saying, how come there's not a lot of adults? And they said they went off to war, and not that many came back.
but
Mm-hmm.
even then, you have
But
a
the-
shitload of Pokemon across a whole world because we don't go everywhere in the world, but you know they're all there.
Right?
How is everybody just okay?
And in the new games, they make more and more saying like, healer and this flood everything. All these Pokemon are gods. No one's cared about that. And it's like, hey, I think Pokemon could be Clifford could be a Pokemon because it's the same shit. You get a small Pokemon. Now it's huge.
Wait, Clifford the big red dog?
It's Central Park. Yeah.
Clifford's a kaiju. He's not a Pokemon.
Pokemon are kaijus.
I mean, he doesn't have nuclear breath.
What? No, a kaiju is a...
It's some form of nuclear attack.
No. You don't need to have any form of nuclear attack. I mean, like, Big Bird's a kaiju. Fucking, King Kong's a kaiju. He doesn't have any fucking nuclear fire.
Groucher's a kaiju.
In that comparison, Big Bird is a pretty shitty kaiju.
Well, yeah. I mean, Kermit's a kaiju as well, if you think about it, because
He's
it's...
more like a kaiju midget.
Yeah. Kaiju.
Like, it started out, he's just the squirt of the family. All his other ones are just fucking Rodan level. Big Bird's over here just having to hang out with people because he's only that big. He only grew about the size of God Suzuki.
Oh, Godzuki. Oh, God, I remember that. Oh, I think we should educate the audience on Godzuki. Okay, people. A while ago, a long time ago, there was this company called Hanna-Barbera. They actually made Cartoon Network before Warner Brothers bought them out and essentially, like, fucked over a lot of their IPs. Hanna-Barbera was responsible for everything from Dexter's Lab, Johnny Bravo, Yogi Bear, Tom and Jerry, Cow and Chicken. Yeah.
That's not even counting older cartoons.
Yeah, it's not even counting the older cartoons like Jetsons, Flintstones. So during the like when Marvel was coming up, they had like the Fantastic Four. They did a Fantastic Four series, a Spider-Man series, a Spider-Man and Friends series. They had a Justice League series, a Star Trek Hanna-Barbera series. Mr. T had
I
it.
forgot about that.
Yeah, Mr. T had an animated series,
Yeah,
for God's
that
sake.
was great.
And he punched a shark! So one of the things they did was they actually had Godzilla. They actually had a Godzilla animated TV series. And one of the dudes was like this black dude with a fro. I don't remember the dude's name, but Godzuki was one of the most annoying motherfuckers on the goddamn planet. It was a small version of Godzilla. It had wings, and its main method of speaking was like, it was so fucking...
Yeah, but you kept him around because
Oh,
shit went down. He called Godzilla.
in fact, as a matter of fact, if any of you remember Godzilla's iconic roar, just don't look at the King of Monsters shit. That's not his roar. His OG roar. Hanna-Barbera never used it. They just had some dude going roar. The end theme song to that Godzilla animated song was like Godzilla and Godzuki, Godzilla. Ah!
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
It's so awkward.
Right?
I was the shit though in the day though.
I guess.
I mean, was excited because I knew eventually Godzuki was gonna call Godzilla. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the whole point. We're just waiting for like stuff. It's like we're waiting for bad shit to happen so we can get this shit popping.
Yeah.
Because Godzilla back then moved like fucking Big O moves now.
Yeah.
Like, it
Yeah,
didn't
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why?
It's the beat track. Like, where's all the damage? What the fuck? You know, that's the only thing I like about Neon Genesis. They got it right. Shit hit the fan. Let's put everything underground.
Oh God, don't remind me of Evangelion.
They thought shit through.
I guess.
Well, until it got breached. But I mean,
everything was great until it wasn't.
Yeah. And then there was the ending.
They're dealing with giant monsters with fucking.
And then there was the end of Evangelion, and apparently that's not the end because it's coming back or something. And it's
How? I thought
like
they
the
did
Matrix.
all the endings.
They can do it because it depends on which version you want to go with. The first shitty one where it's all a psychological experiment, or the
But
second
they've
one
done the
where it
bridge.
basically says humans are pieces of shit descended from a piece of shit that took this land.
But see, that's weird because they've already done the versions where Shinji pretty much says fuck everybody, and then they've done the version where Shinji supposedly cares about us, and then there's like a third one that's like the middle ground. How the fuck are you gonna come back with another alternate timeline?
I don't know.
I think they're gonna
What the hell
explore
else? Did
into.
Shinji die early, and so now we're not gonna watch Shinji? What the fuck?
Hey, I don't know why you're asking me. I'm just don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you what I saw. That's the only thing. Like, I only saw the preview. I have no intention of watching it because it's Evangelion. I do not give a shit about Evangelion. Doug, how could you? Don't you Doug me? I don't need you're barking up the wrong tree there, pal. If I want a good mecha anime, I can find a good mecha anime. And I can honestly say, like, Evangelion is right up there with that Britannian Empire bullshit Code Geass nonsense. No.
Hey, go
Hey,
be honest.
Code Geass was good for the first season, and then in the
Second
end,
season,
it
they
kind of
tried
fell
to
apart, and
replay
they tried to
too much.
reboot it, and it made no goddamn sense.
Nah. Falling on deaf ears, guys. Again, I
It's
do
just
not.
Like, well, did you like the second Gundam Seed? I think Gundam Seed Destiny was horrible with the Rage Quitter guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate that guy. I'm pissed off. Like, dude, you're in a war. There's so many people that die. You can't be the only one that's so pissed off all the fucking time, man.
All right.
Like, that was his whole thing.
I'm like, oh, I gotta go to bed.
For those who are wondering, because we had to actually cut due to the fact that I don't have, nor do I have any interest in buying Zoom Professional anytime soon, because that's like what $100+. We we do intend to get back on to the Gundam bit, but like because Gundam does have some bad dubbing. Anyway, so like the thing is, like I was just talking to Captain about like who's in Cyberpunk 2077. Like the actor who does Twain the Bone Raper from Ugly Americans is in this. He plays Dex, and that's when he was saying like, "Oh, I just dipped my feet in Cyberpunk. Oh no, I gotta go to bed." That's what he literally just said. So yeah. Anyway, so like, I mean, it must be like this had the planets have aligned and the divine hath spoken. Of course, we're gonna end back up on Gundam because like maybe it's because the Gundam debates are like the most watched. I was looking at like my Twitter analytics. Gundam Debate Part 2 Electric Boogaloo was shared over 3,600 times, and I was just all like, okay. That said,
Dorothy's eyebrows help.
yes, Dorothy's. I wanted to talk about like duo's mentor, cause like that dude, his Hawaiian shirt and that stupid fucking goatee and his head, and he has why. Why are you wearing a Hawaiian shirt? Why are you wearing a Hawaiian shirt?
Because that's how they portrayed always the smart American, like in Jurassic Park and shit. It's like what's it Dwayne Knight's character? It's like it's the corruptible guy that's like, hey, I'm here. I could be XA, I could be X whatever. Look at me. The only reason I'm here on this island, this makes sense now. Like, that's why you put it in there. Because it's a weird guy out there wearing a Tommy Bahama shirt, and it's like, he does not belong. and then you find out he's in charge of some big ass mega depth mobile unit, and it's like, okay.
I mean, anime does the same thing, because usually the retired, I have all these assets and everything to my disposal, but I really don't give a fuck about what's going on character is usually wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
Well, that's not...
Because they live long enough. Look, what was it, Benny? Benny from Black Lagoon?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Well...
They live long enough and seen enough shit that they, even though they're depressed and have a sad life, this is as best as they're going to get.
Well, that's not necessarily true right now because oh man, I don't know if I should bring this up because I have to talk about Blade Runner Black Lotus, and I don't think either of you have watched it yet.
No. With the new one?
Yeah, the new series that's out.
Nope. I didn't even know they had a new series out.
Oh my god, Blade Runner Black Lotus, fucking fix that, dude. Crunchyroll is putting it out.
I knew they had the movie, and then they came out with the movie again. I didn't know they came out with a series.
Yeah, it's a CG. Yeah, it's a CG series on Toonami and on Crunchyroll.
When they had that late night kind of, was it one of those special runs kind of when they had like Reign the Emperor and shit on?
I don't know.
Oh, I know when you're thinking about, but technically, it's in that type of time slot.
Yeah, if they had the animated one, I saw the animated version one a while ago, but if they got like a new series.
Yeah, no, dude, I will tell you that, like, in terms of since we're on the subject of dubbing, the English dubbing for that CG anime is actually really, really fucking good. I just prefer the Japanese dubbing. That's just my 2 cents on the particular matter. That's just me. That's literally just me. But like, oh my god, it is so. Like, when it first started out, I was being I wasn't being like too critical because it was going the same predictable route. You wake up with no memory and like, oh, okay, we've been down this road. And then like, but like as the story goes on, you start to like if you give it a chance, it starts to like really hook you in. And it does a really good job nerding out with the Blade Runner nerdage. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, yeah, Black Lotus, I will...
Wait, are you sure they didn't also try to hit you with that Ghost in the Shell Tacoma?
I honestly thought they were going that route. Thank God they didn't. Like, Lord knows I'm sick of Ghost in the Shell's themes that they keep going, like, ugh.
I don't know, it was great until it got mainstream and then ScarJo got on it.
Well, even then, when you get to like the anime's second gig, it started to fall off.
Way bad. They got
too
completely.
The first season with Laughing Man was amazing. It's great.
Yes.
It had you. But when you go to the second one, they're like trying to do part of Laughing Man, part of the puppeteer.
Yeah.
And then there's like just the regular political shit they're suddenly throwing in about the world that you never cared about.
Yeah,
They got too smart for their britches. That's what happened. They got really smart and cheeky, and they Aaron Sorkin in it.
No, they didn't get too smart for their britches. They thought they were smarter than they actually were. It's like the Deus Ex Mankind Divided and Human Revolution effect. Ugh. Go ahead.
And then even then, they made it worse because when they got to that point, then they were like, well, we can't milk it because the major's doing what she's going to do. How about we retroactively make separate movies to retell the story in a different way with the major in a different body and her attitude slightly changed?
Yeah, strange. And then they had all those false flags. And I forgot, who's that second number one guy who ended up getting killed? It was like Patone or some guy.
I don't remember.
He was like the second in command of the major squad. Like, I always thought him and the major had something together. Like
him.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah, like he was cool.
Yeah, the Bato.
Cool, and was always keeping it checked, and they had false flags, and he lost him, and I'm just like, do they just use this stereotype all the time? Because they have him in that one. They have that same type as one of Grease crew in the first Full Metal Alchemist before they rebooted. You also can kind of count Dutch as a black kind of version of it.
Okay, yeah.
Black Lagoon, like that archetype, like cool, level-headed guy that's probably supposed to be the glue guy. That if something happens, shit hits the fan, and as soon as he died, shit hit the fan.
Well, there's a big difference between
most of the series. If Major did need saving, it was Bato. Bato saved So
he was the one who
his
kept the
heat
clear
bug,
level
and there's
heading.
monkey.
He kept everything balanced. He kept shit moving. He was like the great moral compass, kinda, in a weird.
Well, the closer to the moral compass would be Togusa.
Yeah, Togusa.
Because he was the last one who didn't really have all the cyber implants, actually was concerned about things that people who didn't have cyber implants were concerned about, was worried about his damn family that he actually went home to, unlike everybody else.
Yeah.
Well, that's true, but is that more moral, or is that just a more kind of a conservative viewpoint who's afraid of change, more so than being moral?
Well, for his purposes, it was more moral, because he wasn't really, like, wholeheartedly against getting implants. He just didn't
see the need
feel like he
for
needed.
it.
Like,
Yeah, he felt everything was going too quick, and why is everyone jumping on? And then he gets these cases.
which granted, I'd understand that, because, you know, having a cyber body would be nice, but if, like, cyber bodies were implemented, and then next week everybody had one, you would be like, whoa, that's a bit much. That's...
And like no one needed it. It was for no reason other than like, yeah, cool, I can upgrade this shit. Yeah, I get that.
But for his purposes, it's more moral because you get to see how the rest of the world became more corrupted in the sense of technology, their access to everything, and Togusa's just kind of in the background being like, this shit right here.
Also the discrimination. I guess the discrimination was better. He served as a nice foil for it when they're like patrolling and you're seeing how people treated those with non-cybernetics and everything.
I think he was supposed to actually be the audience viewpoint character. Usually when you're supposed to see
comes
things
in.
through,
Yeah, you get.
I think that's what Togusa was.
The outsider looking in, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then later in the story, he gets. Technically, how do I put it? If you pay attention to Togusa technically gets more done than everybody else, even though everybody else is doing action-related stuff.
Yeah.
Because in the background, Togusa's usually doing something all the time, constantly. Even when the Major's just sitting on a bed, drinking. Like,
Sitting in a bed
Togusa's
with
over
those
there
women. Sitting in a bed with those women at the end, like, and they never had, like, what was that?
Well, it's no better
Well,
than
I
when
liked
they
it,
like
but...
to play the little game of the Major may or may not be a woman that they do so often.
And because of the cybernetics, it's like they could do that shit. That's why I thought him and his name was also gonna be together. And then it's like, no, but then she's like with these women, and
yeah, they've never really blatantly said what the Major's sexuality is. She's just kind of what she needs to be at the time, and everybody's just attracted to her body.
Well,
like,
she is out there that's wearing like underwear on a bike, like she's wearing like a jacket.
Yeah, that always weirded me out. Why the fuck was she always wearing like that bathing suit and a jacket?
It would have made sense if they had stuck with the themes of the first movie, because in the first movie, that's why she took things off. Her skin could thermal optics, but her clothes didn't. But when you got to the series, they had clothes. So she's just basically running around in a swimsuit and a coat. Just
a nice jacket and sunglasses, and she's supposed to be trying not to be conspicuous. What the fuck? Makes sense.
I mean, I guess in future city, when you can change your body that is inconspicuous, I guess Togusa's the most suspicious, because it's like, hey,
right? Because he's wearing a suit.
Fiber implants.
Like the only one else wearing a suit was him and the old guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least that dubbing. At least Ghost in the Shell's dubbing is so. Because like I was watching.
Credit for dubbing. They did.
They did, but I listened to that first before I started listening to sub, and I feel like both of them, like Dragon Ball Z, listen to the dub. When I heard the sub, I'm like, who the fuck is this whiny chick Goku screaming all the time?
Oh, Bobbert, you missed it. Because, like, our first Slab Lounge episode, we actually talked about, like, anime. We were talking nothing but anime. And Super came up, and Captain just went on this tirade. He's like, there's more screaming in Super.
It's the only time where I'm kind of like, I might do the English dub. That Japanese Goku scream. Every other moment. I have nothing against that woman. She does a great job if he was still a kid or even a teenager. But as an adult, when you sound like 10-year-old Gohan when you power up, and 10-year-old Gohan has more bass than you in English, there is a problem.
Right? It's like, you know who is deeper? Videl. Videl's voice so messed up.
Oh my god, right?
Although, to be fair, Piccolo has an awesome voice.
Oh, that's Piccolo. No, you can't. Piccolo is untouchable. Piccolo is unfucking touchable.
Amazing voice. The moment he comes on, I'm just like, wow.
Piccolo sounds like that dude. You have to. When Piccolo opens his mouth, everyone gathers in circles around him because they want to listen to him speak.
Wait, Junior? You're talking about
my Junior.
Junior.
Or technically, not even that. It's Kamikolo.
Kamikolo.
Oh, Kamikolo, yeah.
That was
He's
the name
also
for a little
technically
bit.
Gohan's dad, and I'm still not convinced that Chi-Chi didn't hit that when Goku was off on Snake Way.
Could be. Well,
What? Okay, think about it. Okay, Goku dies. What happened? He just kidnaps Gohan. Like, here's the wilderness. I'm just training you. They never get a sign off on Chi-Chi? Like,
I mean...
well, to be fair, I mean, like, Chi-Chi did tell Piccolo to learn how to drive like Goku, so, I mean, obviously she has some sway with Piccolo.
He would have had his license. He was doing good until Goku was like, let's race. And then Piccolo's not taking a challenge down.
Hell no! I mean, like, it's Piccolo. First of all, you don't chat, you can't...
Technically, in the power tiers at that point, yeah, Goku's stronger than Piccolo. Piccolo can drive better than Goku, so he can prove it.
he's mature. He's been proven. Like, he was the mature dad. Goku's a deadbeat dad who, honestly, if it wasn't for Chi-Chi and Bulma, he should have starved up there in Grandpa's old house on the mountain.
Well,
No,
I feel like eventually Yamcha would have brought him food.
But he only met Yamcha because he left with Bulma. If he
He
would never
still
left
would have
with
wandered around.
Yeah, he still would have wandered.
He just wouldn't have been with Bulma, and Yamcha probably wouldn't have stayed. But he would have wandered around and probably encountered Yamcha. Because Yamcha was wandering around for a period of time.
See, if I'm Yamcha and I'm going back, I'm thinking the worst thing that ever happened to me was meeting Bulma and Goku. Because before, I was a cool player with a car, I was feeling myself. Then all of a sudden I found out I'm weak, I'm getting killed by a Cyberman.
No, what the worst thing that happened to you was you stopped using your goddamn wolf fang fist.
Thank you!
Like, it actually was, even in, like, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, wolf fang fist kicks ass so hard.
Yeah, in fact, for a while, I don't know how true this is, because I don't keep in touch with the tier lists anymore. Yamcha was like S tier as your anchor. You wanted Yamcha as your anchor character, and for good reason. You could do your level 1 and then after the level 1 ends, you could go into level 3 and do the wolf thing. Yeah.
Because I used to, when I would play more, I used to put him in my team just because even for flows of combos, he's perfect.
Yeah.
Everything just moves with him in one session.
Well, because his fight move is it's the ultimate, like in the fighting arcade thing, how he does a wolf fang fist. It's just like doing the upper move and the down move. So you hit them up and then you smack them down, so they can't even respond to it. It's like the cheapest move, almost like sweeping the leg in the corner.
Yeah. Oh, remember
But
the
sweep in
old
corner is
school?
different, 'cause that's just being dead. You
Remember
know
the
after
old
you
school,
trip
like,
somebody, you know you trip them again.
God, remember the old school, like, dubbing for Dragon Ball before Funimation got its hands on it? Oh my god.
Dude, that was
Like
bad.
Vegeta.
That was so bad.
Yeah.
Well, it's even more fun when you watch dubbing of other languages.
What do you mean?
Watch Spanish Piccolo.
Oh,
AKA
yeah.
Brilliant, especially when they were very perverted in the original Dragon Ball.
Oh, yeah.
Before
Oh, yeah.
Funimation got
Well,
on it.
To be fair, they were
We
still...
just didn't know about it for
Yeah.
the longest time because they edited everything, and then when they were like, "Here's the uncut," you're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It went real quick.
I did not plan to see that much boy penis. That was not my plan for the day."
Right, because I mean, when you think about it objectively, they got the little kid, got Bulma out there, living together. She was like 13, 14, 15, then like they supposed to have sex with Yamcha. There's all this weird shit. They got pigs wishing for underwear.
Yeah.
I still didn't get why that one chick was living with Pilaf and that dog. Like, are they taking turns going to town to her? Like, what?
I feel like
Whoa,
technically she does get
Bobbert, you do
fine.
not go after Trunks. Trunks's main
Like,
squeeze.
girl, now,
No.
okay.
After, I would have wholeheartedly agreed with you, like, yeah, they take turns on her. But, like, after she got with Trunks, she is officially untouchable. Because we're talking, because if you insult her, you're insulting the Trunks fan base. And the Trunks fan base has every right to just point the middle finger. Because think about it, Trunks is winning. He is winning at winning. He killed the cyborgs, he killed Cell, he beat the shit out of Zamazu, he made a spirit bomb sword, and now he's dead.
To be fair, which Trunks is winning?
Yeah, GT was losing.
Because one Trunks is dead because Cell killed him.
Yeah.
Another Trunks went back to a future where he didn't beat the androids, but Gohan's still dead.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about that one.
Well,
Well, do you even? Well, no. Team 4-Star said it best. What good is Gohan? Honestly, what good is Gohan? Dog, he killed Cell. Oh, okay, but technically speaking, he couldn't do it without Vegeta. So.
yeah.
And you have the other Trunks that ended up going that failed GT venture, and I mean.
Well, I know how shitty this is gonna sound, but I completely side with Toriyama-san when he said if he ever works on Dragon Ball again, he said GT would never happen, and I wholeheartedly support it.
Oh,
Like,
we took that out. That's not canon. Well, she did.
Yeah, pretty much everybody in the world was just like, I acknowledge GT's over there as a story.
Yeah, it was only great because of Super Saiyan 4. Honestly, without Super Saiyan 4, who really cares? I mean, that whole.
I really was invested in Super Saiyan. I'm not gonna lie. I always liked Super Saiyan 4.
I
I
liked
would
it.
not have had an issue if Super had integrated Super Saiyan 4 into it.
Yeah, it's before Ultra Instincts. Yeah, or I felt like they should have kept going with Super Saiyan 3 because they kind of fucked us over on there.
Well, 3 was already weird because it was like 2. They made a whole tier for 2 because you went, oh, I'm a Super Saiyan. Now I can be Super Saiyan 2. Now I can be
Ascended.
double ascended Super Saiyan 2. And you're like, how the fuck did you just double up on a thing you're already on? And then when you get to 3, you get a massive unibrow of no hair, but then all the rest of your hair goes down to your fucking ankles. What is that? What monkey was doing that?
Well, the thing was.
I know that sounds very Frieza, but still.
sounds very Frieza.
Because he got Super Saiyan because Goku was dead and he achieved it in the afterworld. Well, remember, like, his whole thing was Gohan was supposed to take over Goku's spot. Goku wasn't even supposed to come back. He only really came back because everyone was whining about Gohan, and that's why they did that damn-ass, gay-ass Saiyaman, him come back with Super Saiyan 3.
I still think he was just contaminated by Ginyu, and that's why that happened.
What? To be fair, guys, to be fair, if you could rock it, would you? Because I honestly would. I mean, like, think about it,
Rock the Saiyan armor.
rock the Saiyaman uniform. Are you kidding me? Like, despite
If I
you
could
could.
at least get rid of the mask and the cape, I'm good.
Wait, do I get the powers, or I'm just rocking it like as I am now?
Both.
I mean,
Well, you get the powers. You get the powers.
If it's at least wearing it like he was wearing it at the World Tournament, I'm fine with that.
oh, with the
I can
turban.
deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little turban, the shades.
With the turban. I'm not sure about the cape though. Like, do I get
Well, the
James
turban's
Brown
fine
boots?
because he's always been wearing a turban. Piccolo trained him young. Like, put this turban on.
Yeah. And I feel
Ever
like
since
the-
then, he's
Well,
been after
the only reason, guys, the only reason why I say like the Saiyaman outfit, like, Lord knows, I would love to rock the Piccolo outfit. But if you do, then you have every right to get sued by Piccolo. Like, Piccolo will, you have to die by Piccolo's hand. You can't just steal his look. You can't steal his look.
Choose to die by Piccolo's hand. I will ask for Namekian fusion. Damn it! I'm gonna go hang out with Nate.
Oh, what? Kami doesn't count?
Well,
Would you
Kami
rather
might be
have,
asleep or
like,
something.
the
I don't
fusion?
Kami might be asleep or something.
believe it, it's super. You don't hear Kami talk much. It's Piccolo, and occasionally there's mentions of like nails still floating around somewhere. And we don't talk about Kami. After Kami got fused, we stopped talking about Kami.
You know, how come Piccolo just didn't? It would have been great if I was Piccolo and I really want power. He should have just got a shit from Bulma and went to the new planet Namek and then started fusing with people. Like,
I mean, that's what alternate universe.
Yeah, that's what alternate universe Namekians
like,
did.
Planet be in our body, and it's like, you know, why didn't the Namekians actually do that when Frieza was there?
Wait, they did that in the super power.
Yeah, in the super turn. And you know what? And even though they fused with all those Namekians, who still beat the shit out of him? Was it Gohan? It was Piccolo's special beam cannon. All he did was just charge his shit up and fuck them in the fucking bellies.
Although I do legitimately wonder, why is the fucking charge time on the special beam cannons
So long.
never fucking shortened? In all the years, Piccolo would have figured out how to make it short. There's no way he's sitting there being like, I'm gonna practice every technique, except that one.
Well, to be fair,
Why don't we make a clone of
now,
himself
there's a reason for that.
Sakura
There is a reason for that. You see, he obviously wants to show off. I mean, think of the special beam cannon. Look how awesome that beam is. If I could, I would do the same. I'd like, yeah, look, ladies, yeah, I'll shoot it. I'll shoot it when I want to shoot it.
The grenade technically is more impressive.
Oh yeah.
On 17, when he threw it all over there, and 17 was like, "Oh, you're doing shit," and then it's like, all of it come back. It's like, yes.
Wait, I could have sworn, wasn't Cell able to use special beam cannon? And
Yes.
He didn't have a charge up time?
Yes.
He just shot it?
Yeah, but he's Cell. He's a cheater.
Yeah, he's Cell.
He's got genetic cheats.
He's
No,
got
it
genetic
turned out
cheats.
Piccolo's like, I don't need it. I just do it for the theatrics. Just like, don't I look cool in this mirror?
He
Like,
does. Like, you
There's
fucking
times I
serious?
question that because there's moments, just like his stretchy arms, that it seems like he forgot he could do it.
Yeah, he can shoot like
There's only
beams from
moments
his
when he's, like,
antennae.
doing stuff normally, and you're like, Piccolo, you can reach over there and grab him by the throat. Why are you waiting? Why?
Once you can regenerate, like, I feel like he abuses the regenerate. It's like, fuck it, I can go.
Well, to be fair, that's pain. Like,
Mhm.
you're shooting a whole nother arm out of your broken arm.
Wait,
I
Yeah.
understand why you're not
so-
excited to do that every 10 minutes.
So does that stretchy arm work for your penis too? Like, how?
Namekians usually didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah, well, Namekians, to be fair, Namekians, they don't have any gentles.
Yeah.
They don't have them. They just lay eggs or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Sluggish.
that's gotta suck. It's like, so you can make all your finishes stretched, huh? Yeah, but you don't have a penis. No, huh?
I mean, it does suck when you think back about how Piccolo was born from King Piccolo.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was
Yeah.
the most abrasive way to be born.
Well, it wasn't just.
Someone punched a hole through you.
Punch a hole, and it's like, get revenge on me, son.
Yeah.
I'm leaving you alone in this world because of this guy.
Well, I mean, to be fair, there was like, what was it? Like, Piccolo was supposed to have like what, 9 relatives or whatever. One of them killed Kid Krillin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Krillin's always dying, but he's the strongest human on Earth, and he tapped 18. So,
No, yeah.
And Marion.
Yeah, you don't touch Krillin. No, Krillin is officially.
I
ahead.
still need to know if Marin is like fucking Armitage. Is she part android? Is she just a regular little girl? Because the bitch still didn't get a nose.
Yeah, nose.
Castle Corp and some weird Terminator shit. That's why he's the strongest human on Earth. Krillin's out there.
Wait. During the pandemic, how would Krillin and Marin be okay?
How do you
They
figure?
can't put the mask up to their nose.
Don't they test with the nasal capacity? Like they
I know. There's no nasal. Suddenly crossed my mind because I was like,
Oh wow!
how does that work? Is Marin immune? Because technically she's part android. So can she get corona?
It would have been great if they would have given Android 18 the same type of ears that Cell has.
Oh god, no.
The kid would have an ear hole and no nose.
I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been Frieza's non-ear.
Captain-
Giant with Krillin's head, but it has that purple shit.
Oh god, no.
Captain K, everybody. He does his performances all week. Just go see him live at the Apollo.
I wish. I want to make Apollo money.
Oh boy, let's go on. These are the weird sex childs. Oh,
That didn't make care. Just talk about everybody's kids. Collect my money and leave.
It's like, let's just get a room full of bald people. Let's get Frieza, Aang from Last Airbender, Krillin.
Oh, dude. Oh my god. I have Last
Wait,
Airbender.
Was
What's
Aang
that
bald by
big,
choice?
what's
Because
those
he's
big babies from
Well,
the Rex,
no. He's bald by choice. He's bald by choice. Yeah.
I wasn't sure because I was like, their whole monkhood seems very bent on don't have hair under it.
Wait, you've never watched Last Airbender?
I have.
Oh, okay.
I have.
Well, yeah, no, it's he's bald by choice. He can grow his hair out, but he chooses the monkhood, which that's why when
I've always seen him bald. So
yeah, but that's why. Why do you think Krillin had hair after he had a child with 18? Because he was a monk, and monks had to be celibate. No. Because guys, Krillin's a monk. Monks have to be celibate. So when he had a child, he couldn't be a monk anymore. So he basically grew his hair out.
So then what's his excuse for shaving it back when we go to the tournament?
Well, why do you think? He said he wanted to. When Frieza was coming, he said he wanted to go old school, shave it. So again, bald by choice, untouchable.
That feels more like a Samson situation. You're cutting your hair. You're cutting off your power, Krillin.
He kicked some ass. He did kick some ass. He did kick some ass, and he wanted to throw down the second his wife was in danger. Even though he was out of the tournament, he was like, "No, fuck that. I want to go to my wife. I want to." He knew again. Krillin's untouchable because he's untouchable. I don't care how many jokes you make on Krillin. He's still untouchable because of who he got and how he got it, and he'll keep tapping it. And you know what? You could just sit there and be jealous. Fuck you. Don't Krillin, Piccolo, those two.
Him and 18 are divorced and 17's on the hunt to go kill him.
Oh no, they're never gonna get divorced. They're never gonna get divorced. They'll never do it. That'll never happen.
The hair, when he had the hair, he was weaker.
That's actually, I like that. A reverse Samson
He was
situation.
weaker, he shaved his head, and then he came up with that multiple
Kenzan.
muscle this shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking dangerous as fuck. I mean,
Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah, a reverse Samson situation. Good job, Bobber. I like that. Good.
and Delilah was better because she had 18, whose real name is Lapis, or
No, Lapis. Lazuli is
Lapis,
17.
Those were the names of the twins, 17 and 18. Their names are Lapis and Lazuli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, for me, was kind of weird because it's like they have cool names. Why'd you give them numbers? I mean, I get you, Jiro. You had a whole number system, but couldn't you just code name them the numbers and keep their name?
I didn't.
It's
I
not
didn't
hard to go Android 17 and then a different time being like, hey, Lapis, get over here. Like,
his
although
whole
I'm
number
afraid to
system
know what the
made no
fucking
sense.
clown one's name was.
Yeah, the whole number system
His
didn't
number
make any
system made
sense.
No sense because his weakest one was 20.
Yeah.
And he was 19, and then he made 18, 17, and 16. But then, 13 comes later was supposed to be stronger than all the rest.
But 13 cheats because he absorbs other ones like Cell.
Well, and that's if you don't consider Fighter Z canon, because there's Majin 21.
Yeah, which that's its own box of
And
worms
like
in
yeah,
itself.
and the thing is, people are still up in the air. Apparently, like Toriyama-san is still thinking about like whether or not it's going to be canon, because like 16 came back, and 16's still a fucking fan favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Although awkwardly, 16 doesn't do that much.
Well, no, it doesn't. But like
16 was necessary for
Gohan's growth.
Snap.
But when you think about that, that's weird too. Gohan spent the least amount of time with 16, and yet 16 is the thing that made it. Not Piccolo being beat the fuck down, not his dad being dead, not even fucking Vegeta getting beat up. 16, the android you barely knew who is assigned to kill your father, gives you a pep talk.
Yeah.
Wow, I never thought of it that way. Jesus.
It's a very weird situation when you, because it makes sense that Gohan would, if 16's being all emotional, Gohan of all of them would pick it up. But why is that the critical moment when everybody else is getting the shit beat out of them? And it wasn't until 16 got his head crushed that Gohan was like, no more. It's like, wait, so your friends who can be wished back with the Dragon Balls were perfectly fine watching them die. But the android, who technically could just be rebuilt, doesn't require the Dragon Ball. Oh, then you're just suddenly like, no, this is too much. I can't do it.
Yeah, and speaking of, like,
too far. This is too far.
technically speaking, Bulma can like rebuild them because like she has the schematics and shit.
They took the bomb out at one point.
Yeah.
So they went through his schematics. They have everything.
Yep.
Huh.
That's probably where 18 goes. She has a gynecologist. Her name is Bulma. I mean, it gets to be weird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It
yeah.
does make
Shaking
sense.
her out.
Because why would you talk to Dr. Briefs?
I
The
don't
name
know.
alone would already make me like,
The guy created a multi-billionaire thing, and his wife is pretty slam piece. I mean,
I'm gonna need to know what chemical she has or what experiments he's doing to keep her permanently in that form. Because
So
even when you
young.
flash forward into the future, when he is actually older, she is still the same.
do you think she's a robot? Like, I don't know.
No, I think he's just doing experiments on it.
Well, Team 4-Star did call that out, so take from that what you will. Either way,
Yeah.
man, I really wanted to talk. You know what?
Yeah, because she looks the same age as Bulma still, and Bulma's getting up there.
Maybe all the women just stop aging. Well, maybe that's Dr. Brief's thing.
Maybe.
After the women reach a certain age, he's just like, nope, take this pill. You won't age anymore. Stop.
Maybe. Either way.
I feel like Goku and
Guys.
Vegeta are lucky because now they got those other Saiyan women, and since the Saiyans live longer after Chi-Chi and Bulma die, we're going to Planet Cabbage or whatever.
Okay. Either way, and as much as I wanted to get back to like dubbing and bad dubbing in Gundam, it's gonna have to wait because we're coming out of time. I'm calling this right the fuck now. If you guys want to do this next week, I'm all for it. Fucking anime debate part 1, and it includes bad dubbing with fucking Gundam. If you guys want to do it next week, otherwise we go back to our bi-weekly schedule, and this is going in the final bill too.
Debating what anime?
What have we been talking about? It's anime. We've been debating nothing but anime today.
I know, right?
Just debate all the anime. All of it.
Just all of it.
Points.
All of it. Because one of the animes that I will bring up is Cyber City 0808. My god, that thing is stupid.
Oh, that gorgeous thing.
With Benton and all and Son Goku and shit like that.
I have not watched those in ever.
Oh,
Wait, Black Ghost 008?
No, Cyber City Oedo.
Wait, Cyborg 009?
Sure, why not? Point is, either do you guys want to do this next week, or do you want to go back to the bi-weekly schedule? Because like, if we do this next week, I'm instantaneously going to say we go back to bi-weekly on the next Slab Lounge, or we go back to bi-weekly now. It's up to your guys' call.
Well, if we're doing this as a part of, that thing is a good call.
Yeah.
If you do this as a
fucking right.
Yeah.
Alright. Then tune in, everyone, next week to the Slab Lounge where we anime debate. God damn it. Happy New Year. Happy